Good morning, everybody. It's Saturday, January the 2nd, 2021. We made it through 2020. Time for Stories with Stu. Today's going to be a little different. I was inspired to write an article this morning about miracles, and I think what brought that to mind was the COVID that we're facing in this country and around the world, and also the election that's not settled yet and will probably come to a head this week. And we know that it's going to take a miracle with the two sides so deeply divided for us to come together again and work for the good of the country. I've got a copy of the article. If anybody's interested, I can send it to you, and I hope that it will bless you. A miracle in the making. What is required for a miracle to happen? Do you or someone you know need a miracle today? I think everyone at some point in life feels like they need a miracle to happen. So let's talk about the criteria for a miracle. First, you have to be in or feel like you are in an impossible situation. An illness, financial catastrophe, or a bad relationship will often trigger those feelings. As I have looked at different miracles, another part of the equation often is the miracle takes time. When you think that Abraham and Sarah waited 20 plus years for their promised child to be born, the man laying by the pool of Bethesda for 38 years, hoping that when the angel came to trouble the water, someone would help him in, and then Jesus came by and healed him. And also Noah building the ark for 120 years, all the while preaching to a jeering and scornful crowd. So you start to become discouraged, wondering if your miracle will happen and waiting for the miracle to happen. So the next piece of the puzzle. In the Bible, in Mark chapter 9, we read about the boy who had a dumb spirit. He was uncontrollable, foaming at the mouth and even throwing himself into the fire. Jesus asks us the same question that he asked the boy's father. Do you believe? And we often answer in the same way, I believe, but help thou my unbelief. And now the last part of the miracle, do you have enough? Do you believe enough to act? Our mission in Kenya is named International Action Charity Team. And we've learned that when I act, which are the initials, something happens. And when I don't act, I don't follow, nothing happens. And that's the way it is with us in finding our personal miracle. We can't just pray and then wait on God to do everything. We can't just say, well, I need a hole here in the ground, God, will you help me? And then just sit back and expect the hole to appear. He will help us. He'll give us the strength. He might help us to find the tools, but we've got to do the digging. And that's often the way it is for our miracles. When I think of the first miracle that Jesus performed, they ran out of wine at the wedding, and Jesus' mother asked Jesus to do something, and then she went straight to the servants and she said, whatever he tells you to do, do it. And so that's important for us today. Whatever he tells you to do, do it. Now, it may mean getting out of our comfort zone. It may mean letting go of a preconceived idea. It may mean letting go of some childhood programming. But whatever it means, and it might mean that we have to let go of our ego, what we think we know. Because, like I've told you before, in that circle that encompasses all knowledge, in our little wedge, it will never increase into more knowledge if we are convinced that what I know is right. Because there might be something in that circle that if we knew it, it would change how we thought. So for you to experience a miracle, don't expect anything less. A miracle is not easy. It takes a lot of effort on our part. Often the waiting on the Lord is the part of obedience, of doing what we know to do. God seldom gives us more direction until he sees that we are following. Dr. Martin Luther King said it this way: take the first step in faith. You don't have to see the whole staircase to take the first step. After this incredible test of faith, we often begin to experience a miracle that will impact the rest of our life. Don't give up now, because I want to hear your miracle. God bless, and Happy New Year.